Up until today, every single phone that I've tested on my channel has been purchased by me, and I like it that way. It lets me be totally unbiased in my durability reviews. Don't get me wrong, I won't turn down a free phone to test, it just hasn't happened yet, until today. Today a company called UMI sent me a phone they call Super, the UMI Super phone. When they first sent me an email, I was pretty shocked. I asked them if they even know what I do with phones, but they said that they wanted an unbiased test of their device. So I told them to send it over. I totally respect that. The presentation is pretty awesome. It comes in a foam-filled metal container. The container is real metal, I did check. It is interesting to compare the huge price difference between the UMI Super and the Galaxy S7 Edge, when they have relatively similar specs. I'll list the full specs in the video description, but let's find out if the Super phone is as super as it seems. The phone feels pretty solid. The metal body and the huge battery add some serious weight to the device. Like usual, let's start with the screen. I have a set of pics that tell me where the screen falls on Mohs scale of hardness. This phone is using Gorilla Glass 3, so when I start to scratch the glass with my picks, I can see faint marks that don't rub off at a level 4, as well as a level 5, but the scratch on the screen doesn't get super noticeable until level 6 and 7, but it's still scratched early on the scale. The glass on this phone is much softer than usual. Normally a phone won't scratch at all until level 6. I checked to see if my keys would leave any noticeable mark, but they didn't, so you're mostly safe. Keep in mind that I have scratched all 27 other phones with the level 7 pick as well. That'll be important later on in this video. UMI says the phone is a solid metal design, and judging by the sound my razor is making with the little metal curly cues that are coming off the back, I'd have to say they're telling the truth, which isn't always the case. The fingerprint scanner is coated with plastic just like the Galaxy S7. Even after heavy scratching on the coating, it would still accept my fingerprint and unlock the phone without any hesitation. So thumbs up for the resilient fingerprint scanner. All of the side buttons as well as the SIM card tray are made of metal. It is easy to cheap out as a manufacturer and use plastic buttons, but I'm glad they stuck with the quality metal feel for the entire phone. Even down by the USB Type-C charging port, the frame is metal. Now the top and bottom rear of the phone do have a plastic shield. I imagine this is where the screws are located to open up the phone. We'll find out more during my teardown video tomorrow. The rear Panasonic 13 megapixel camera lens is made of glass and is slightly recessed into the metal housing, but it is still pretty close to flush. Either way, since it is glass, it won't be as prone to scratches as a plastic lens would. The front camera lens is incorporated into the glass screen, so that is protected as well. And down by the home button we have a notification circle where the home button is. This blinks different colors depending on the notification you have, which is actually pretty unique, much more interesting than just the tiny little LED at the top. Onto the flame test. The UMI Super has a 1080p IPS LCD display. Notice the little scratch that my level 7 pick left on the glass. Don't forget about that, we'll be back to it. When the extreme heat is applied to the screen, it'll stand its ground for 15 seconds before the pixels go black and turn off. But the pixels fully recover and are cool to the touch again within seconds. Now we're on to the bin test. I've tested over 27 phones now and only 4 have failed catastrophically. This UMI Super does flex a little when I try to bin the phone from the back, but it does not break, so it does not fail the bin test. But when I rotate the phone to see the front, I notice that the softer glass has cracked from the scratch that I previously made on the screen. It is rather unfortunate that the glass cracked from the flex, but this particular failing point, the cracking, is also very easily prevented. Even the cheapest of screen protectors would have kept the screen free from scratches, thus protecting it from cracking during the bin test. Even when flexing the phone from the other direction, it will not bend or break. It is very sturdy. There is a small ripple in the metal near the SIM card tray that is easy to fix. The most unfortunate part of this test is the edge-to-edge crack. The digitizer is broken for everything below that line, so the top half of the phone will respond to touches, but the bottom half of the phone, the part below the crack, will not. So the phone is effectively inoperable at this point. I understand that my tests are rough, but they do give a solid idea of what to watch out for when you own your own device. With a solid tempered glass screen protector on this Super phone, it will be the king of all budget devices and even hold its own against most flagships. In summary, get a screen protector and this phone will last a long time. I will still tear down this phone to analyze the build quality from the inside, because that's just what I do with all phones. I've opened up all the popular phones from the last 4 years on my channel. Just search the name of your phone and the word jerry rig everything on YouTube, and there will be a good chance that you can see the guts of your phone open for display.